I can add, I can delete by right clicking that. I can delete. If I don't want that sheet, I can straight away delete that. Okay. Now come to the intro in contents. So this is the format, interface of the Excel sheet. Now, mainly when the number comes, what usually a person would like to do that? He wanted to find the sum. He wanted to find the average. He wanted to, one second. What usually a person would like to do that? He wanted
ஹலோ
students, please excuse me.
ஹலோ இது ஒர்க் ஆகுது நீங்க அவங்கள அப்படியே பேச சொல்லுங்க.
We'll come back to you within
ஆமா மீட்டிங்ல சொல்லுங்க. மீட்டிங்ல சொல்லுங்க.
Sorry, students. Now everything is sorted out, it seems. Let us continue. Am I audible to all of you? Anyone else? Thank you. Sorry, students. Now everything is sorted out, it seems. So what I was saying is whenever the number is given, even you give some numbers to small kids also. First thing what they want to do, they want to add, they want to subtract, they want to do some kind of activity in that number. So let us also follow the same thing. See, I have taken one example in your college, you have these kind of, I'm just roughly I have taken the numbers, okay? So these are the courses are there, like BBA second semester, BBA fourth semester, BCA second semester, BBA sixth semester, something like that I have taken. So in each course I have put two numbers. Now the thing is, how do you find the total number of students? So how do you find the total number of students? You just select these numbers. Let us select here, drag it down. Once you select, come to this editing in the home tab, editing group, auto sum, click the sum. So automatically total has visible 981. Apart from that, you can do sum of, that also you can do sum of. How? You click here, equal to sum, SUM. I told you formula is always starting with equal. Sum. When you click the sum, automatically you will get the pop-up thing. Come here. Now it is asking number 1 to number 2. Number 1 to number 2 means you have to select all these. Close the parenthesis. Enter. See, you're getting 981. One more thing is when you select all these things and see the down ribbon. Can you see here? Sum is equal to 981. Total count 16. There are total 16 numbers are there. The total of these 16 numbers is 981. This is a quick calculation. And average of these values is 61.312. So that you can get it from the ribbon also, or you can do this function, select all the values, select all these values, go to this auto sum, click average. then you will get the average value. See here, 61.3125. So that is also possible. Okay. So this is about just basic what you can do with the numbers. Now let us move on to logical function. Let us move on to logical function. Hope you have this sheet now. Go to the next sheet, logic function. I have taken students' names. All of you people are passionate about the cricketers. So I have taken the students' name as all famous cricket players. Okay, these are cricket players. They are marks. I randomly taken some marks. Now, my principal will tell me, I want you to give the grades for the students by using this criteria. What is the criteria? If the marks is greater than 90, you take excellent. If the marks is in between 70 to 90, you give very good. If it is in between 50 to 70, you give them criteria as good. If it is in between 30 to 50, average. Less than 30, then they are poor performers. So this, here I have only how many values? I have only 12 values. So easily I can do by seeing 91, excellent, 71, very good. I can do that. But you just imagine in a college, more than 500, 600 students are there. So is it easy task, sit and type one by one? No. In such cases, we use the tool. What is that tool? Tool is logical function if. But I am not having one condition. I am having multiple conditions. More than 90, in between 70 to 90, 50 to 90. So more than one criteria, then we go for ifs. That's what ifs. I'll write it here. See here. Ifs. IFS. We are using ifs condition. So all of you go to this formula tab, insert page layout formula. Go to this formula, click that formula. Here you can see AutoSum, recently used financial function, logical function. Click that logical function. I'm using 2019 version. So hope all of you have the same thing. Even if it is 365, we have so many, 2010, 2013, 2016, 2019, so many versions are there. In 2016 also you have this option, ifs, IFS. Can you see this IFS? IFS. Okay. When you click that IFS, where in the formula tab, logical function is the group, you click this. Now, logical test. Students, if any doubt, confusion, you can stop me. I can repeat once again, no issues. Okay. Now, logical test. I want to do remaining 11 students later part. First, I want to give Kapil Dev what grade he has to get based on his marks. What is his marks? His marks is 91. So what grade he has to get, that I have to decide now. Okay. So you keep your cursor in this, which one? C4, because you want to put the grade where? You want to put the grade in C4. Keep your cursor in C4 and go to this formula tab, logical function, and here you click ifs. When you click ifs, you get this arguments. This page you will get, small page you will get, function arguments. Logical test. What is the logical test? His number, marks, 91. So don't write 91, you select that cell. So keep the cursor in logical test, click 91. Automatically that cell will be reflecting here. 91 greater than 90. If his, what is the first condition the principal has given? If the marks is greater than 90, he should get excellent. So before greater than 90, then what is that? He should get excellent. Click that excellent here. Value if true 1, click that excellent. Now, what is second condition? Come to second condition. If the Kapil Dev marks is more than 70, then he should get the content, grade as very good. Very good. Third test, third logic is what? If the Kapil Dev marks is greater than 50, I'm going slowly so that I want you people also to do that. Greater than 50. Now you cannot see the remaining rows. Just you drop down this. Drop down, you do that. Okay. Scroll bar down. So if it is more than 50, he should get good. He should get good. Now next one. If Kapil Dev marks is greater than 30, he should get the grade as what? Average. Now last one more criteria is there. What is that? If Kapil Dev marks, that is B4 value, is less than 30, then it is poor. Okay. Now bring it up, click OK. Now see, Kapil Dev marks is coming excellent, right? You can see the formula bar here, formula here in the formula bar, right? Now I'll change Kapil Dev marks. Instead of 91, I'll put 75. See, automatically grade will change. See, it is becoming very good because my formula is working here. Instead of this, I will give him 35 marks. When I give 35 marks, you see, 35 means what? Average. He is getting average. I'll give him only 5 marks. He will get poor performance, right? He'll get poor performance. So as on his marks changes, the grade is changing. The reason is we have given if condition here. Now, one thing you remember, I have not fixed the cell here. I need to fix the cell. So, or else no, the remaining rows will take automatically the previous rows. So what I need to do is click that. Now you come to this G6. You come to this formula bar. In the formula bar, G6 is there. No? Keep your cursor in G6 and press F4. That means that cell is fixed. Excellent is fixed. Now very good also you need to fix. Come to this G7. Click the cursor in G7. Anywhere, either before G, after G, before 7, anywhere. Press F4. It is fixed. Similarly, G8. Fixed. Similarly, G9. F4. Similarly, G10. That's all. Enter. Okay. Now you can do the autofill. You know there is drag and drop. Okay. You need not do once again. Just when you come to the last corner of that box, you can see the plus mark. Just drag it down. See, all the grades are automatically available. This I am doing only for the 12 students. You just imagine you have 600 students, so you can do within 1 minute or 2 minutes entire student's grade. This is the beauty of this Excel. This is the beauty of this Excel. So based on the criteria given, so these grades are also automatically followed. Can you please put it in chat box? Is it clear to you people or not? Because I also get satisfaction. Okay, my student, audience, students are following. Can you please post it here? Following or not? Are you doing it or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Thank you, student. Good. Thank you. Okay, so this is about the logical function. Let us move on to now text function. See, you say text is what? What function is there in the text? Obviously, we can have n number of options in this. These are upper, lower, proper, left, replace, find, so many other. I'm not going to touch all those things because my main intention is to teach you about the statistical functions. But when I go for the statistical function, these all things are also required. We use text and numbers combination in statistical function. So you should understand the advanced text function also. Now these are all advanced functions only I'm talking. Okay. Now see here, I have taken only 5 names. These are all the either Miss India or Miss Universe of our Miss World or not Miss India, Miss World or Miss Universe. Manushi Chilla, Priyanka Chopra, Yukta Mukhi, Diana, Aishwarya, Sushmita, Lara Datta. Just to example I have taken. Now I wanted to, this name is in sentence wise. Only the capital letters are there in the first name. M is capital, remaining all not capital. Like this, no, I have the big database. I want to write all of their names in the capital letter. In Word and PowerPoint, you have the option. When you go to this home button, you have here one option in Microsoft Word and Microsoft PowerPoint. But in Excel, it is not default. It is not available. You can do this by using the text function. How to do that? You write equal. Why equal? Because we are writing the function. Formula. Equal upper UPP. When you write upper, no, you can see that syntax. Okay? Click, double click, upper has. What it is asking? It is asking you to write the text. I'm ready to give you the upper format. You give me the text. What text I want? I want Manushi Chiller. Click that Manushi Chiller. That cell you have to click. Upper of A5, close the bracket, enter. Now see, all these names have become capital. It was in the small letter, it has become capital. Now I need not do the remaining one. I can just drag and drop it down. All the names have become capital. In case you want all the letters, because no, when you go and work in any small or big organization, first step in any companies, they will ask you to redo the database. The database will be given to you. So there you need to work so many things. It is not aligned properly. Some trimming is required. Some data are missing. So you have to delete the row. You have to delete the column. So that is not like few data you can do easily, but it is the big database they will give. So in such cases, we use this kind of functions. Your boss will tell, I want all these email ID, people have written email ID all in capital letter. I don't want capital. I want all the email IDs to be in the small letters. Obviously, it should be in the small letters. So in such cases, can you sit and write? No. Can you sit and type? No. You have to go for the formula. So lower. How do I make the lower format? Same thing, equal. LOWER. When you type LO, automatically that comes here. Lower. Text. It's asking text. Which one you want to make lower? I want to make Manushi Chiller. It is in capital letter. I don't want that capital letter. I want it in small letter. Close the parenthesis. Now see here. All are coming in the small letter. Manushi Chiller. It's coming in the small letter. Correct? Okay. Now proper. Proper means only the first name, first letter should be the capital. The proper will help you to show the first letter in capital letter. Proper, P-R-O-P-E-R, proper. Now I'll take this Manushi Chiller only. It is all in small letters. I'll take that. M is in capital, C is in capital, remaining all in small letters. You can drag and drag. You can use that. All will happen automatically. You got it? Manushi Chiller. So it has become now proper. So this B column was talking about how to make all upper. C column was talking about how to make all lower. And D is talking about how to make only the first letter as capital letter. Now, your boss will tell you, see, the name is in Manushi Chiller. I want this Manushi in one column. Chiller is in other column. Priyanka in one column. Chopra in other column. So what you do? You just take this, delete and write, delete and write, delete and write. But if the database is huge, it is a lengthy process. In such cases, you can use the shortcut method. What is that? See, select this entire thing. Which one you wanted to do that? You want to do full name. Manushi Chiller is there, no? Manushi Chiller. That you wanted to do small letter. I mean, you have to bifurcate in two rows. Two columns. Okay, select that, go to this data tab, okay. Now you can see in data tools group, it has get and transform data. That means if the PDF format is there, how to convert Excel, that and all, you can get it in this group. Queries and connections, sort and filter, and this one is text to columns. Click the text to columns here. Text to columns. Yes, you got this page. Now here, delimited. It is by default, it is selected as delimited as only. That means characters such as commas or tabs separate each field. That means that. Okay. Now go to this next. Now it is asking you how to separate by using what? You have to separate by using the gap. Gap means space. Click this space here. See, automatically it is showing like this. But the one problem is here you can see in that Diana, it is started after one line. That is the reason it is moving to the next line. I'll show you that, no problem. Now, next, you click, remove this tab, no need, space, you click space, and and go to this next. Okay, now it is asking where is the destination, where you want to copy this, where is your destination. So destination is here. I wanted to write it here. I wanted to write it first name, last name. So first name I want to write. So here you destination, you delete that and put this cell name. What is the cell name of that? E5. You put the cell name as E5 and finish it. And finish it. There is already data here. Do you want to replace it? Okay. See, it is shifted to this side. It is shifted to this side. Why this Diana and Hayden has moved to the other column is here now Diana, it is started with one space before. That's the reason it became like that. That's the reason it became like that. I'll do once again, students. I know it is a bit confusion for you. I'll do once again. See here, what I need to do. I'll just clear it. It's always better to clear all. Okay. I'll do the format painting so that it looks pretty. Okay, fine. Now select this Manushi chiller and go to this data tab. In that data tab, you go to text to columns, delimited, perfect. Next, click next and click this space instead of tab. Now next, again you go for next. It's asking you the destination where you want to copy that. I want to copy here in the first name, that is the E5 cell. E5 cell you mention and click OK. Yes, I want to replace it. Now you see here how it has become now. It is first name Manushi and chiller has bifurcated in two rows. So now Manushi and chiller has divided into two columns. Suppose you want to join once again, you will get some people are writing their first name, last name. You know, you're filling the Google form. Nowadays in you online and all, you fill a Google form. First name, last name, all those things we need to fill. So first name will be there, Mohini. Last name, but. So how to merge these two? Is it possible to sit and type? No, you can use this ampersand or you can use this concate. That is also possible. How to do that? See, equal Manushi and chiller. That's it. You click this Manushi cell and chiller. That's all. See here, Manushi chiller. Manushi chiller. In case you want gap, how to do? Equal Manushi and in double quotes, give some space like this. Give some space. E5 and give some space and then again you click this chiller cell. Sorry. Dollar I put instead of equal and end. Sorry. And I click this chiller. E5 and double quotes, you keep the gap, space you keep, and F5. Now you see, you can see the gap in between Manushi and chiller. Drag it down. Okay, fine. There is one more is there. If you have more number of wordings to be combined together, concatenate. What is that? Concatenate. Equal concatenate. You can see that function here. Text 1, text 2, like that. N number of text are there, no? So Manushi is there, comma, chiller is there. So close the bracket. You will get Manushi chiller. Either you can do this and symbol, ampersand, or you can use concatenate. There also, if you want the gap, you can do the gap. Then length. Length is how many letters are there to find that, no? L-E-N of Manushi chiller. How many letters are there in this space name? 15 letters are there. 15 letters are there. So that is about the length. Now, what do you mean by trim? Trim means suppose the names are not in proper. It is, see, for example, now, I'll make some gap here. More gaps here. And Priyanka, more gaps. Yukta, more gaps. Diana, and here I'll give so many gaps like that. So the names are given in this way. You need to, yeah, you need to trim it. So in such cases, we go for the trim button, trim function. What is that? Equal to trim of, open the bracket. Which one? I want to do for this. Close the bracket. Close the bracket. Enter. See here how neatly it has come. You can drag it. All the names will be trimmed properly. It was not like that in the initial column. See, initial column, it was in wrong way. Unnecessary space was there in between, but it has trimmed here. How neatly it has come. So these are all things we need to use when you go for the database cleaning, organizing the database. In such cases, we always use these kind of text functions. You should remember these text functions also. Now, suppose student ID is given. So these are all the ID of the students. Okay. So 19 BBA 089 20 MBA 021, something like that. All those things are given here. Okay. Now, I wanted to know that these students belongs to which year when they joined the institution. Always that is shown in the beginning, 20, 20, 20, 19, 19, something like that it is shown, no? So for that, what we do is we just take the left two letters, left button V, left off, it is asking you the text. Which text? This is the text. How many letters? From left, how many letters you want? You want only comma, you want only two letters. That two indicates the year which they joined the institution. So close the parenthesis. See here, 20 has come. You drag it down, you will get all the years when they joined. Now course. Which course? Course, usually it comes in third, fourth, and fifth place. BBA, 3 letters are there. But here, no, here it is one. BCom is in 4 letters, MCom in 4 letters. So by default, that and all individually you have to do that because that formula will be constant for all the entries. Okay. So now, how do I find the course? Mid. I want to pick the letters from the middle of the content. So that is equal to mid of. Now text, which text? This is the text. Starting number, I want to find starting number from 3. So how many next letters? I want next 3 letters. Numerical characters from 3, how many letters you want? I want again 3 letters, comma, I didn't put the 3 letters, close the bracket. Now you see BBA has come. So it is taking only third to, see here, BCom you will find problem here because it is not fully, it is taking only 3 letters. So in such cases, you have to do it manually if that is the case. Okay. Now joining number. Joining number always comes in the last 3 digits. You can see that 004, 076, 058, 122. So how do you find the joining number? So for that, we use the write function equal to write. Now, text, which text? This text. How many? From the right, how many you want? From right, I want 3 letters, 3 characters. From right, from the last, I want 3 characters, 004, comma, 3 I want. So close the things, you will get last one, 004. Drop and drag it, you will get for all the students. You can do it for the remaining. I have not done. I did only for these. Now, student ID. Now, student ID matlab, students number is there. You have to write there, for example, at NIRMALA college dot dot in. This is the email ID college wanted to give it to all the students. Their student ID and NIRMALA college dot in. So that they wanted to give it to all the students. So how to give? So you have to combine, again concatenate or ampersand also you can use. How to do? Click here, sorry. Excel escape we can do. Equal. This is the student ID 20 BBA 004. Okay. Now and no gap and all. In email ID you don't get any gap. And what you need to add? You need to add whatever you're adding. No, If it is not in the proper cell, you have to put it in double quotes. Double quotes at right here. NIRMALA COLLEGE .in. Close the quotes. That number and NIRMALA college.in. Now you click here, see here, 20 BBA004 at NIRMALA college.in. Drag and drop, automatically all the students' email ID will come. You need not sit and do that. You need not sit and do that. Okay. There is one more, the latest is there. I don't know whether all of you have it or not. If you do for one, no need of formula and all. Flash fill is there. Control E. See, no need to do this also. But I don't know whether it will take from this column or not. Or else I'll do one thing. Control C. I'll write here. And create one row here. Insert. Where I copied? No need to copy. Now I'll create one column here. Write all these names. It should be in the left hand side always, or in the right hand side. It will recognize the pattern. Now see here, I am writing here 20 DBA 004 at the rate NIRMALA college .in. I have not used any formula here. I have not used any formula. I am just writing 20 BBA 004 at NIRMALA college. This I have to make it small letters because it is in the capital letter, right? It is in the cap, or else I'll take this also capital only right now for your understanding, or else you don't recognize the pattern. 20 BBA 004. Okay. Now keep the cursor in the second row down. Type Control E. That one. Wait once again. I'll do once again. 20 BBA 20. Control C, Control V at NIRMALA college.in. Okay, I have it done. Now I have to recognize a pattern. I think because of the it is not. It's not doing, or else usually it happens because of et command is there. No, could be because of that it is not happening. So that is a control E. We'll learn it in the next statistical function. Now this is that ampersand we have used, that we can use that. What is that? Equal to this function and open the double quotes. Right here at the rate NIRMALA college.in. Close the double quotes. So NIRMALA college.in. So name, student ID and that. Now drag and drop down. You will get all the students' email. So these are some of the text functions we use whenever we do the analysis part using some statistical tools. Okay. Hope I'm going okay. You people are okay. Some questions are there. Any doubts, students? Are you able to follow me? Any doubts till here? Is it going good? Able to understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Can I see the hands, raising hands? Yes or no?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, ma, tell me.
Can you repeat the same email IDs?
Sure. I'll just write it here. Not required. Now see here how to do the email IDs. I wanted to put student ID at nirmalacollege.in. So for that, equal this content as it is I want and ampersand and now open the double quotes for that function and the remaining function. Remaining function is not written anywhere. You can write, or else you can write it somewhere and do that also. I'll show you that also. Now here I am writing manually at NIRMALA College dot in. Close the double quote. E15 and double quotes at the rate nirmalacollege.in. Enter. You got it, right? Now, this is for one student you got it. Drag and drop. You will get for remaining all the students. It is not there, that's why it is showing only the second part. In case if you write somewhere that Nirmala College anywhere, for example here, no, I'll write at the rate Nirmala College dot in. So I will write it somewhere so that I can take the cell automatically later. I'll write in some place. This function is not valid because it's at the rate has come now. It won't take it because at the rate all special features it won't take at the rate. If it is any other things, no, if I want to write Nirmala College, then I can do that. See here, Nirmala College, COLLEGE dot in. Okay, this I am writing here. Now here, another way I am telling you, if it is clear to you the previous method, well and good. Now here, this equal the cell that is the student ID and double quotes at the rate double quotes, because in the email ID we want the at the rate. So student ID and at the rate and now again and now you need not write nirmalacollege.in. You select that cell already written, no? That's it. This is also correct. You can do like this also. Now see here 20 BBA004 at the rate nirmalacollege.in. If you want to make all the things in one, no, you please bring your cursor here, double click here. Automatically, you need not drag and all. It will take sufficient place how much it needs. Okay, now drag it over. Sorry, I'll drag it that side also. This one will be. I have not fixed that cell. I have to fix that cell. It is taking the next one. That is the reason. Wait 1 minute. I have to fix this one. That is what the reference cell I have to do. F4. F4. Now it is done. Here. Now it will be done. Or else it will take the previous also. Now it will be done. So this is the way you can do the email ID in one step. In one click, no, entire students the email ID can be created. Why I fix that is, no, when you go to second one, instead of this, it will take the next cell. When you go to third row, it will take the previous one. So like that it happens. It will skip one row. That should not happen. You have to fix that Nirmala. Nirmalacollege.in should be fixed for all the student ID. Whenever you fix, no, you have to put that $sign before and after. You please remember. You should put before and after. G is there. Before G, it should be. Can you see that? Okay, like this. One more thing I want to tell you. If you want to see the formula, you go to formulas and here show formulas are there. See here. Show formula. See all the formulas you can see. What all formulas you have written, no? You can see all the formulas. Here you have written upper A5, upper A6, upper A9. This is the. See, these are all concatenate formula. We use trim formula, we use length formula. So formula also you can see that. Got it? If you don't want to say that, you can go and click once again that will go off. So this is about the text function. So I think I covered about the text function. You want anything, any doubt in this logical function and text function? You want me to explain anything else apart from this? You please tell me, I'll go for that. Or else I'll move to the next one. Jennifer, can I move to the next one, ma?
Yes, ma'am. Sure, ma'am.
Oh. Now I'll move on to the stat function. Stat function where you will get, you go to the formula tab and you go here with the more function. In that more, you can have statistical, engineering, cube, information, compatibility, and web. We are concentrating only on the statistical function, average, although so many chi-square, confidence interval. The BSc students would be knowing correlation, regression, count, counter, all those things. Okay, fine. Now see here, I have taken example of in your college. Now it is mandatory. All the students, they have to do some courses, certificate courses under Coursera or edX or NPTEL or Swayam, Udemy. So many others. Students can do certificate course in any of the website. So your college identified 2 certificate course students. That is, one is Coursera, one is Swayam. So option is given to students. Anything they can do that. Now BBA students say that, ma'am, out of how many students are there altogether? 58 students. Out of 58 students, 23 have done Coursera and 35 have enrolled for Swayam. So this is the database we have. Small database I have taken. Now I want to know that how many students, number of students, is that? Okay, fine. Okay, number of students, which course, how many courses, total number of students, where number of students less than 40 is there. Less than 40. Less than 40, where all it is there? One is this, one is this, one is 10, one is 40, less than 30, all those things. So how do you find that? In such cases, we use sum if. Actually, in stat function, the basic thing is sum if, count if, and average if. This if is whenever single criteria is there. Whenever you have single one criteria, we go for sum if. Whenever you have 2 criteria, we go for sum ifs. Ifs, IFS. This sum ifs. Okay. Count ifs or average ifs. Now, number of students less than 40, which all courses are there, and total number of students are how many are there. Because they want to identify which course, either BBA, BCom, BSc, which certificate course is having enrollment less than 40, and give the total number of students on that. Could be they want to conduct one meeting for them, they want to speak to them, something like that. So they want to know that totally how many students are there. So for that, what we can do is, you come here, equal, come to the cell number, where? Come to the cell number, total number of students. That is the, what is the cell number you tell me? That is the F5. The cell number is F5, F5. Now here, equal, sorry, equal. Now you write what? Sum if, sum, S-I-M, if, sum if, not sum ifs, sum if. When you click sum if, it is asking you the syntax, showing you the syntax. What the syntax here? Range, criteria, and sum range. So you are finding the total of number of students. The range is number of students. Criteria is what? Less than 40. Criteria is less than 40. And sum range is sum of these values. Sum of these values. Okay. Now, range is what? Range is, you have to find the number of students. So say range is this, comma, criteria. Criteria is, you put it in a double quote, less than 40, less than 40, close the double quotes, comma. You have to add what? You have to add number of students. That is nothing but sum range. Here, range and sum range are same. I will tell you when range and sum range are different in the next example. In this case, you have to look into this column only. You have to look into this column and you have to add in this column. You got it? You have to look into this column where less than 40 is there. Then you have to sum up. Okay. Now, sum some range is also this one, less than 40, and some range is again this one. Close the bracket. Equal. See, 208 students are enrolled for the certificate course where the course is having less than 40. Less than 40. If this is a bit confusing, you come to the next one. It will give you more clear picture. So I wanted to know that what is the total number of students who opted SWAYAM? Now you are able to connect, right? How many students have opted SWAYAM certificate course, MOOC course? So for that, equal sum if, double click, you get the syntax as range, criteria, sum range. Now, what is your range? Where you have to look? You have to look these things. Certificate courses, they are these. So this is the range. Here you have to identify SWAYAM. Okay, you have to identify. From this range, you have to identify, comma. What you have to identify? What is the criteria? Criteria is double quote SWAYAM. You write same pattern or else it won't accept it. Just WAYAM. If you write it in small letters, it won't accept sometimes. Okay. So SWAYAM, close the double comma. Now, some range, what you need to add? You need to add number of students. Number of students. Complete. Close the bracket. 327. That means sum of this. Sum of this. If I add these values, it gets, I'm doing F4, okay? Shortcut key F4. F4 means what? What action you did previous, it will repeat. You need not go to again paint brush, paint and come back, no need. What action you do, no, then automatically the remaining action will continue if you click F4, okay? Now, this is F4. Click F4, 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 F4. So if you add these many things now, so you will get 327. This is some of the students who have taken up SWAYAM course. I'll do Control Z. Control Z means undo. I don't want all this color. Am I clear, students? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, you tell me, any one of you, how do I go for the count if now? Count if equal to count if. Click that count if. It is asking range and counting criteria. Range and criteria. What is the range? I have to find number of 20 in this range. In this range, comma. What criteria? Criteria is what? Less than 20. Less than 20. Close the double quotes. Close it. See here, 2. You have only 2, it seems. Is it? Yeah, one is this, less than 20. One more is this. Only 2 you have. One is this and one is less than 20. Only 2 you have. That's why it is showing 2 here. But you just imagine if you have length database, then it is easy for you. Now, number of students more than 60. You do it, all these things. I just leave it to you because I have to cover many other things. So same thing like that. Count if, criteria, same range you have to select. Within the bracket, you have to write greater than or equal to 60. Okay. Now, average if. You have to average Coursera students. How many students have taken up Coursera? You want to see on an average how many in each course. In each course, how many students have taken up. So for that, you have to click average if. When you click average, automatically that syntax will be visible to you. Range. You have to search where this Coursera. You have to see Coursera in this range, comma. Criteria. Criteria is what? Within quote, Coursera, 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 close double quotes, comma, average. What you want to average? You want to average number of students. Select that number. Close that. You will get 37.8. On an average, in each course, 37 or 30, or approximately 38 people have taken up Coursera certificate. Okay, this is sum if, count if, and average if. Now, you can do remaining MSc students, average number of MSc students, easily you can do that. No need formula because average MSc students is 45 plus 34. What is average? 39.5. Average number of MSc students are how many? In both the courses, the second sem and fourth sem if I consider, or Coursera Swayam altogether on an average how many students are there? 39. Here also you can do that, or else use the same syntax what I taught you now, average if you're able to get that. Okay, right. Now I'll come to the advanced one. What is the advanced one? If if you have more than one criteria, see, total, I'll drag it down, it will be total number of students belonging to Swayam and second sem. They want to know that newly joined students are in second sem. 2020, who all have joined, they are in second sem now. So in second sem, how many of them have taken up Swayam certificate course? That you want to see. That means there are two criteria are there. Not one criteria, two criteria are there. So that's why it is IFS, sum ifs. So how do you find? Equal, SUM IFS, sum ifs. Now see the criteria. It is not two criteria. It could be 3, 4, more than one criteria. Always we use sum ifs. Sum ifs. Number of criteria you can add that. Now see here. Sum range is in the initial. When you did sum if, sum range was at the last. But now sum range is supposed to be in the beginning, initial. So what you need to sum? You need to sum number of students selected, comma, criteria range. What is the criteria they are asking? Swayam as well as second sem. I'll tell you one more thing here. Wait. Rather than writing, no, you can write somewhere Swayam. It's okay. I copy that. It's better, no? Swayam, I'll copy. Control C, Control V, and second sem also I'll copy. Control C, Control V. So that no, I need not write. I can directly take the cell on. Okay. Now see here. Equal to sum ifs, sum range is this, comma, criteria range is Swayam. Where you can find the Swayam here? Swayam you can find it in J column. Select that entire J column, comma. In that what you are looking? In that column may you are looking Swayam. So instead of writing Swayam in double quotes, you can click this cell over Q1. Already you write it somewhere, Q1, comma. Now I'll go to the second criteria. What is second criteria? Second sem. So not second criteria range it is asking. Then criteria. First you have to mention the criteria range. Then you have to go for the criteria. Now second sem where it is? Second sem, fourth sem and all you can see in ith column. So select this. Comma. Now criteria. What is the criteria? In this column, what you are going to search? You need to search second sem. Either you can type or we can select this Q2 over. Select that. Close the parenthesis, equal. I did some mistake. What is that? The reason is I have not fixed that. Whenever I write like this, no, G1 and all, no, I have to fix that. Could be that is the mistake. Let me check it. Now it should work actually. No, let me do it once again. A7, J4, J5, Q7. What was the mistake? Anybody can identify the mistake? What typing we did? Typo error what we did? Sum ifs. Sum range is this. I have to sum this, comma. Criteria range 1. I'll take criteria range. See, there is a criteria range. Anything can be taken, either semester or certificate. You don't be in the impression first I have to take the semester, then I have to take the certificate. That is mutually exchangeable, no problem. Now I'll take semester first. So semester criteria range, comma, criteria. What is the criteria? Let me write it like this only, second sem, close the double quotes. Okay. Now, comma, again, comma. One more criteria range is there. What is that? Coursera, Swayam, comma. I have to go for criteria. What criteria I am looking? I am looking Swayam. So, double quotes, Swayam. Yes, WAYAM, double quotes, close the bracket. It should work now. See, is it? Swayam, there is no second sem students at all. Swayam students are not there second sem. Why it is coming like that? Swayam second sem. There is a gap, I think. You should have to put this. That's what the mistake. Whenever you do, it should be same. The second sem, if sometime I give second sem with the gap, without gap, it won't accept. Second sem, what pattern I followed here, I should follow same pattern here also. I should follow same pattern. Second sem is here, then second sem is here, then where else second sem is here? Yeah, second sem, control V, then again control V, control V, control V. That's all. Now, correct na? Now, what is the formula? Sum ifs, some range, I have to add these values, comma, I4 to I18, 14 to I18, this is I4, yeah, I4 to I18. What criteria I'm looking? Second sem. I'll copy this. See, here I'll put the same. Second sem. J, this is the J column. J, yeah. J4 to J18 and Swayam, SW. Because if little bit the spelling mistake, gap mistake happens, no, it won't work. I don't know what is the mistake I made it here. Code showing 0 only. I don't know what is the problem showing. Let me do count if and come back. No? Let us get to know what mistake we have done by doing the other problem also. We may get to know that. Now in count ifs also. COUNT, count ifs. See the syntax what is showing? Criteria range. What question I am asking here? It is belonging to second sem and Swayam. Number of students belonging to Swayam as well as second sem. How many are there? One. Where is the second sem Swayam? One is here. Is there any other second sem? Yes, two are there. So only two are there, no? Yeah, only two are there. Let us see how many you will get it here. Okay? So COUNTIF, count ifs. Count ifs. Criteria range. What is the criteria? You have to find second sem. You have to find second sem criteria range, comma. You have to write the criteria. What is that? Second sem, close the bracket, comma. One more criteria range is what? The certificate course, this one, comma, within the bracket. What is the second criteria it's asking? Swipe. Don't know what is the mistake it's showing. It should show that. Guys, you also try now. So let us find who can get the answer. Sum is, add this one, comma, criteria range 1, this, because sum is worked over there. There we didn't find any problem. Here it is showing that thing. Swayam, J to JD, open the bracket, Swayam, put the thing, Swayam, criteria 1, Swayam, comma, I'll go for this, comma, within the bracket, second sem, no, something is mistake. Let me check it. I don't know why it is not showing. Usually that is the syntax it shows. I don't want to waste the time. We'll come back to that later. I think average also may show some errors. Okay, I'll come back to this later, or I can tell you tomorrow's class also why that mistake is showing. What mistake we have done, I am not able to identify here. Usually it gives, that is the actual thing we follow. Any space mistake, something should be there. Based on that, it may show like that. Okay, no issue. We'll come back to that. Fine. Now let us move to the next sheet. Stat functions 2. Now exactly I am coming to the topic statistical function. You have seen that in descriptive statistics. No, in descriptive statistics, you have seen the central tendency. You have seen measures of dispersion, and you have seen the frequency distribution, how to draw the histogram, all those things you have seen that. So today we'll learn how do we find descriptive statistics for the given set of values. Okay, I have given some values here. See, how many students I considered here. For example, if I consider number of students here is how many? 580. Can you see total number of students are how many in this? I have taken 580. Or if you want, you can go to AutoSum and you can click. So you are getting AutoSum total is equal to 580. Now, I have percentage marks of 580 students. Okay. So randomly, I will take some values now here. How to take 580 numbers? See here, I'll tell you that also. Easy method of showing. Delete it. Oh God. Wait. Delete it. Let me write down. See here, you science statistics students, you might be knowing random number. The numbers are randomly picked, either it is 2-digit number, 3-digit number, 4-digit number. So equal to, I will take random between. See here, second one, RAND between, random between, bottom. The syntax is showing bottom and top. The bottom number and top number it is asking. Bottom, the percentage marks. What is the bottom percentage marks usually? 0, comma, what is the top? 100%. You cannot find apart from 0 to 100 as a percentage mark. So it will give you 60. Now, randomly, see, after some time it will show some other numbers. See here. And box here, see here. See, it is showing 0 now. Because it is keep on changing. Random numbers are keep on changing. Okay. Now, I want how many numbers? I want 580 students are there. I need 580 students. Okay, I'll drag it, random number, to 580. I'm dragging it down. Enough, I believe. Okay, how many are there? 5. Can you see here down in the ribbon? 5 down ribbon. 587. I don't want 587. I want to delete 8. So I will delete 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll delete 6, 7. Now I have 580 numbers. Let us check now. Yes or no? Total 580 students are there. There are 580 students. Marks. See here. How many? Can you see down? Count is equal to 580. 580. Now, what is the cell number of this last one? 582. This is, if you click this 42, you will get to know that. What is that? 582. B582 is the last number. B582 is the cell number where you have the last number. Now, let us go for all the statistical tools. First, I want to know mean. Mean means average. So, for that, equal to average of, you also type average of number 1 to number 50. That means starting from, see, now it has become 30 because it's keep on changing. Okay, 34 here, comma, till where? Down, down, down. You have to drag it down. See, like this. 582 row. That is 580 numbers you have to select. Okay. Now go back. Close the bracket. Average marks of all the students of 580 students is 48.9241. 48.9241 is the mean average of all the 580 students. Suppose you want to find the median value. What do you mean by median? Median is the middlemost value in the given set of observation. That median divides the distribution into two equal parts. 50% to the left side, 50% to the right side. So median. So for that also we have the command median, M-I-D-A-N, median. You get the function here. Now number 1 to number 2. Either you can drag it or you know the previous one. What is that? B3 to 583. You can write directly B3 to B582. Close the bracket and then you will get 54. 54 is the median value. Mode. Mode is the marks which is repeated maximum number of times. Mode is the value which is repeated maximum number of times. So for that, mode, you have the formula, function for mode, number 1 to number 50, from 22 to, or else you can write B3 to B582. That also you can write. Anything is okay. Whichever you feel comfortable, you can do that. Please do it, students. If you want any help, you can ask. See, 85 is the mode. 85 is the marks is repeating many times. Why this is keep on changing? Earlier it was different, now it is 59. Now see again, now you remember, it is 51, 51.5, 85. After sometimes it changes. Let me go. Now we remember this. Let me go to standard deviation. That time we'll get to know that. Equal standard deviation. Yes, P. Standard deviation for the population we can select. Standard deviation for the population. Standard deviation for the sample. Usually we go for standard deviation of the population. Population of these values 5 B3 to B582. Close the bracket, go up, enter. See, now this is again changing 49.47, all those things. So that means random numbers keep on changing, the values are also keep on changing. For example, now you don't want to change the number, you want to keep this 25, 32, 88 is constant for entire calculation of all these things. Histogram, standard deviation, range, percentile, quartile. You want to keep this value as a constant. So what you can do, you can copy and paste values. If you do copy and paste values, then that value will be fixed. It won't change. Now see how I do is, you select this one, copy till the 580 you come down. Okay, I have come down till the 582 row. Now Control C, copy. Now I don't need not do anywhere else. There only you keep the cursor. In 25 place, you keep the cursor. You can see paste option, paste, transpose, all those things. So many are there. I will do paste value. Second one, paste value. Right. Now this is pakka. It won't change. It won't change because earlier, see, I'll go to Control Z once again. In the Control Z, when I click 99, you cannot see 99 in the formula bar. Guys, can you observe? When I click 90 bar, 99 is 99. 99 is not visible in the formula bar. Formula bar, it is showing random number between 0 100. If I click 59, random number. So formula was showing. Now I'll do control Y. Control Y means what? Control Y means redo. Control Z means undo. So what I did redo. That is 23. Now these are all the values. These are all the constant values. So now the answers will not differ. It is same. Okay, it is same. Now I want to find the range. How to? There is no proper function for the range. What do you mean by range? Range is the difference between highest value and lowest value. So for that, we need to go for maximum and minimum value. Then we have to take the difference between these two values. Okay. So now maximum is down here. Maximum. Find first what is maximum value. Maximum of these values. 582 value. Okay. Close the bracket. Equal. So maximum out of this is 100. Now minimum is what? Minimum is equal to minimum of same thing. B3 to B582 need not drag. If I know the number directly, I can put minimum is 0. In this, no, the number 0 is also there, 100 is also there. Now you can say range is equal to what? Range is equal to maximum minus minimum. So that is the range. I did mistake. Maximum minus minimum. That is 100. So you got what is the range. What do you mean by large and small? You tell me. Maximum minimum is nothing but large and small. But in Excel, there is a difference between maximum and large number. The reason is maximum gives the topmost value in the given set of observation. But large, it will help you to identify which is the first large, which is the second large, which is the third large. It will go little bit extension. See here, if you see the syntax, you can understand equal, large, double click. See the syntax here. It is asking array where you have to select, comma K. K means which one? First one or second one or third one or 10th large or 20th large, like that. The position, it can help you. Okay. Now, large of these values. Okay. Now, go here, comma. I want second large. First large, anyhow, you know. That is 100 only, you got it. Now, I want second large. So, what is second large in the given field is? Because repetition is there. There is a repetition. That's why it is showing even 100. Now, small, same thing. We can go for small of, open the bracket, array, that is B3 to B582, comma, I want fifth small value. How much? What did I do? Double. See here, bracket I put 2 times. That is a mistake. Okay. So you can drag it down. I put double bracket. Okay. That's what. If you do small mistake also, it won't give answer. It is very sensitive. Space mistake, case sensitive, all those things will happen in the formula section. You should be very careful. Okay. Comma. I want 51. So close the bracket is equal to 0. Could be the values are repeated that many times. Okay. Now come to the histogram. You know that histogram means what? For the histogram, it is the graphical presentation of the frequency distribution. Graphical presentation of the frequency distribution. First of all, you should have the graphical presentation. You should have, frequency distribution. So I will just copy here. I'll copy here because Here, no, Control X, V. Now see here, this is here 580 students, the marks. I have to create a frequency distribution for these set of values. I have to create a frequency distribution for these set of 580 students. In old version, what we do is we have a tool called, see, if you go to data, there is a data analysis pack is there. You can do it in data analysis pack and then you can go for the histogram. That option is available. But now we will go for the advanced version because there you have to write the upper limit for each of the class intervals. That we call it as bin range. We call it as bin range. We call it as bin. In each bin, no, you have to put 10 to 20, 20 to 30. That manually you have to enter as per. If you don't have analysis, I mean, some of you people do not have this data analysis option under this data tab. So why it is not there is you have not incorporated in the Excel. How you can do that? You need to go to file option, click this file, you go to file and here you go for this option. I'll tell you once again, go to file if this data analysis is not there. If this data analysis is not there, you can go to file, then come down to this option, click this options and add-ins. You can add as many as tools in your group or in your tab. Okay, so add-ins, you click this add-ins. When you click add-ins, here you can say manage Excel add-ins go. Students, hope you people are following. File option, then add-ins. When you click add-ins, it is coming Excel add-ins go. So click that go. When you go, you can see one screen, small screen. There it is written add-ins analysis tool pack. It is already selected in my system. In your system, if it is not selected, you please click that analysis tool pack. Analysis tool pack, then OK. Even this one more we are using under statistics, that is solver. Some of you statistics students are doing in your final semester operations research. Operations research means you have simplex method, you have transportation problem, you have assignment problem, you have simulation, all those things, you know, while solving all these things will take lots of time, half an hour, you may need 35 minutes. But in solver Excel option will give you even the simplex problem is going for 4 table, 5 table also, no problem. Within a minute, you get the answer for that simplex method using solver add-ins. Okay. Now, we are not going to that. We are doing this analysis toolpack. You click this analysis toolpack, then go OK. Now you can see under this data tab, this option data analysis. If you click this data analysis, you can see that option called histogram, but this is the old version actually, histogram. If you click this histogram and go for the frequency distribution and drawing the histogram, no, you need to manually write the you need to manually write the class intervals. Just to avoid that, we have one more latest option. That is what you know. It is the pivot table. Very interesting pivot table. It's a very interesting pivot table. How do you do that? My intention is to create the frequency distribution. Okay. Now go to this insert tab. Hope students you are following. Jennifer, are you following?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Is it, am I going perfect or you want me to go slow or you want me to, you have any questions? Please be open. Because end of the day, after teaching 2 hours, after having this workshop for 2 hours, there should be a kind of learning. So hope all of you people have you. That's the reason I have given the link of that Excel worksheet also, so that you people also start working on that. Just raise your hand. How many of you people? Yes. Only one, two, others? Good. Good. Hmm? All, all of you people are able to follow that. No doubt. No doubt. Okay. Fine. Thank you. Now see here. How do I draw a frequency distribution for this? That is, you go to this insert tab. Insert tab. Click this insert. Insert. Here in the left corner, you can see pivot table. You can see pivot table. Click that pivot table. Okay. When you click that pivot table, it will, you have selected this. No, wait. I have to select only this. First you select this, all the 580 now values. Then go here, pivot table. Already the range is selected. Okay. Now, where you want to put the table? Existing worksheet? Yes. I will select this shape, cell number. Okay. See, you have got a this one. What I can say, pivot table ka field. What all fields are there? You can get to know that. One second. The space was not sufficient. Select the entire 580. Go to insert, pivot table, then the existing worksheet. Here, this you have done. You click this. Okay. Now, here you can see percentage marks of 630. It is usually 580. Bring this to the rows. I want these all 630 students marks should come in row by row. So I'll bring this to here. I'll drag it and drop it here. Okay, can you see row labels? These many values are there. Okay. Now you click this zero. Click this zero. Right click. When you right click, you can see a group option here. Group option. You want to group it now. 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30. You need to group it. Group. It's asking. You need to start at what? You need to start at 0 and you have to end it at 100 with the interval 10. You can change if you want to make.
Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, we'll conclude, ma'am, within 5 minutes.
Ha. It is over. Last step. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Thank you.
So 10. So 10 is the width. So I'll click OK here. I'll click OK. Now see here, your class intervals has come here. 0 to 9, 10 to 19, 20 to 29. Or automatically it has come. You need not do that. Why it is showing inclusive, not exclusive is you don't have any points here. The values are integer. If anything like 23.2, 90.5, something like that, if it is there, no, then you need to, it will come 0 to 10, 10 to 20. Now, I want to know the frequency here. How to find the frequency? Bring this percentage marks to the value. See here. Automatically, your table is done within a second of time. This is done. So, this is the class interval, and this is the frequency. This is the frequency. Now, you select this and go to this insert button and click this chart. You get, that's all. You got histogram. Now you may think, ma'am, histogram, there should not be any gaps. Yes, there should not be any gaps. So what we can do is, you go here, Control 1, you click. Gap width, you make it 0 here. That's all. See? If you want to give the border, click this bucket, border. In the border, you select the black color. This is the black color. If you want to make it thick, make it thick, 2.5. That's all. But I have to select entire thing. Entire thing. And I have to make it black here and increase the thickness. So this is what your histogram has done. So histogram for the 580 students, you made it within 1 minute just to make the frequency distribution, but you use the pivot table. Okay, just go through once again. Anyhow, sheet is with you, Google Sheet I shared with you people. Go through once again. If any doubt, tomorrow's class also we can discuss with you. Okay, fine students. Any doubt, you can put it in chat box also. Yes, Mohana ma'am. Are you there?
Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Students, if you have any doubts, please kindly ask, ma'am.
Hope it was okay, Mohana ma'am. Students were able to understand.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, yes. Thank you.
No doubts. Okay, thank you, Shravani. Thank you. So we'll meet in tomorrow's session. Okay, thank you.
Jennifer?